Any luck figuring out how to open the door in the basement?
Do you know the woman in the pictures?
Whoever she is, she seems to be a painful memory. Vitalis became angry whenever I asked about her, and he would shut me out completely. So I dropped it.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
When I met Vitalis, I was in a very dark place. If it wasn't for him, chances are I'd either be a criminal or dead, face down in a ditch somewhere. But Vitalis saw something in me. He gave me focus, discipline, and skills. Skills that would one day serve a great purpose. We've always been cut off from the rest of the world. Even before Girion Yankel's dictatorship, everyone acts surprised when Sabinians and Palamists rip each other apart. Isolation has terrible consequences on individuals. Imagine what it can do to an entire population. In fact, you don't have to. Look around. There are plenty of examples of such consequences. It's like Hadia is a science experiment gone awry, meant to teach the rest of the world a lesson. After witnessing and hearing of atrocities being committed all over Hadia, it only seems to fill my spirit with dark thoughts. One thought stands out from the rest, though. Whatever these creatures are, we deserve them. I have nothing but good to say about them. They're the first outsiders I ever met. They were very friendly to everyone and very helpful. Lieutenant Rue gave me a few odd jobs here and there. Her men taught me how to play football. I had a blast, as did some of the kids in Jofa. They organized a small tournament, which helped us forget about the political tensions flaring up. I feel sorry for Lieutenant Rue, though. She lost all her men. They were all very close, especially with Rojo and Typhon. I should check in on her soon. My father was Sabinian. I'm a freak occurrence in Hadia. I belong to both worlds. I think the Sabinians got lost in their so-called progressiveness. They seem to have lost touch with their roots. If you go far enough into history, Sabinians were all Palamists at one time. I think it's important to know where you're from. Don't tell anyone, but my mom was a Palamist. I attended Mass and participated in some of the rituals. It made my mother happy, but I grew out of it. Now that I think about it, that's when my life took a turn for the worse. Vitalis helped me out of that hole I had dug for myself. However, I would be a liar if I said that my faith didn't play a big part in my recovery. I'm happy to say that I stand in his gaze again. And yes, I admit it. I pray to him at times, especially for Vitalis' safe return.
His gaze be upon you, my son. You're not from here, are you? I know everyone around here, and yet there is a way about you that is familiar to me.
Who are you?
I am Abbot Jaffer, the spiritual leader of Patham Abbey. My life started here, and it seems it will end here. I don't know where you are from, but I'm afraid you've wandered into hell.
What happened here?
Madness and hatred happened here, and lots of it. When I finally managed to get back from Tulsi, I rushed to my brother's home only to find my niece Rebecca orphaned. Then the soldiers began to round up the villagers. When they kicked in the door, I told her to hide. I gave myself up.
Where's the Abbey?
It's southeast of Jova, sitting on a rocky plateau. From the marshes you can see its beautiful golden spheres, and Sethrus's ever-watchful eye. Tread lightly, my son. Captain Voss sent some of his men to ransack the Abbey. He's obsessed with finding a treasure that does not exist. They can keep beating me for as long as they want. I have no idea what they are talking about.
Why is Captain Voss doing this to you?
Captain Voss is a criminal and thief parading as a soldier. You don't believe me? Look inside his trucks. They are filled with things he stole from Palamist families. It is the reason why he arrested me. He can beat me as long as he likes. My answer will always remain the same. There is nothing of value in the Abbey besides our barrels of mead.
Your niece, Rebecca, is she okay?
How long can a young child survive in these horrible conditions? Could you be so kind as to check in on her? The last time I saw her was in my brother's home. It's the building with the treehouse next to it. I overheard the guards speaking of such creatures. If what they describe is accurate, then the darkest days are ahead of us. In specific passages, the Holy Kata speaks of Tiar's demons. Some of these passages relate to the curse of Tiar, brought on by the great sins of destructive emotions. These writings were meant to be interpreted as metaphors and stories, to teach and inform us. Could this be happening? May his eye protect us. There is a moment in history that all Palamists should reflect on, if not regret entirely. The country was ruled by a heavy-handed theocracy, with one thing in mind: power. A young charismatic erudite named Sabingo wrote several Reformation theses, which gained popularity. What did the Palamist traditionalists do? They hunted them down. They accused them of heresy and burned them at the stake. They were Palamists who only wanted reform. It is effortless compared to the alternative. That moment of hubris sent us on the path of endless wars. We don't learn from our mistakes. We only seem to repeat them. No matter how hard they try, I refuse to hate them and never will. We both share the same land and God. I'm not naive. I understand why things are the way they are, but that doesn't mean I have to accept them. I lack the wisdom to know the answer, but know where to begin. I need to start with the next generation. The children of this war must let go of their hatred if we are to climb out of the hole we dug for ourselves. This war is a sword sharpened by propaganda and religious intolerance, slicing and dicing up what generations built over centuries within days. The exchange of cruel and violent acts and the lies perpetuated by the media all played their part. I was shocked to hear that even priests were involved in spreading hateful rhetoric. Now look at us. I see only darkness ahead, but I have faith in Sethrus. I believe Haedians can quell their emotions and come back to reason. They must, or all will fall to ruin. The roots of hatred run deep and far across Haedia. Sethrus's benevolence lives in all of us. But the serpent also lives in us. He does not dare show himself until the laws and customs have fallen. When that happens, you will quickly realize that the chains holding civilized men are weak.
Poor bastard. Next time he falls, I'll let him choke a little longer.
later. I need to rest.
To work heavy machinery like this. Color me surprised. Check his pockets. Take that silly little acorn, put it with the rest.
No! No, please! Don't take...
Shut up!
Oh, fuck! You got blood all over my boots, you fucking asshole!
Alright, boys, go round up the rest of them.
Any luck figuring out how to open the door in the basement?
What do you make of this note?
Vitalis never mentioned a journalist. I know where the Weeping Knight is, though. It's in the Vissa Hills. It's a large statue of a Sabinian knight holding another fallen in combat. I'm surprised it's still around, considering it's in the Palamist province. It's nestled under a large weeping willow tree. People often light candles and leave pictures of their loved ones at the foot of the statue.
What is going on with Abbot Jaffer?
When I left to find Vitalis, they kept him in a small house in the center of town, exposing him like that in the open. Captain Voss wants to send a message to whoever remains in Jova. I'll find a way to get him some water when the guard is distracted. It's all I can do for him.
Any idea what Captain Voss is up to?
My best guess is that he's thieving. Be careful when dealing with Voss. Men like him are unpredictable, which makes Voss very dangerous. I'm only alive because I'm useful to him. Thanks Etheris, too. What needs my attention? Hi, Bogdan.
Hands off! I found him. He's mine now. I found the poor pup whimpering alone in a house, just abandoned there by the owners. He's in good hands now, though. Aren't you? Who's a good boy?
Dear Diary, Mommy and Daddy are still yelling at each other a lot. Daddy says there's a lot of bad men coming to hurt us. Makes me really scared. Uncle Jaffer is the only one who still plays with me. He says we should all go to the lake with him. He says it's safer there, but I don't want to leave my friends. You're not a soldier, are you? Please don't tell anyone I'm here.
Hey, who are you?
I'm Rebecca. I've been hiding here since the attack on Jova, when the bombs fell from the sky. I was playing in the treehouse with my baby brother. Parents ran out and screamed at us to get down. My baby brother ran to them. That's when the bomb exploded.
I saw your uncle. He's gonna be alright.
Uncle Jaffer always gives so much to help others in need. Setharus would never let him die. He wouldn't.
What happened here?
The soldiers rounded up everyone. Uncle Jaffer told me to hide when they entered the house. They arrested him and they took him somewhere else. The soldiers separated everyone. The men, the women, the children. People were screaming and crying when they were being forced into the buses. The soldiers didn't take everyone, though. The rest were brought into the forest across the marsh. Only the soldiers came back. Miss Haley taught us about Hadia. She told us that the Sabinians were horrible people who always wanted to hurt us. And they gave us examples of what happened in our history. King Astor was a very mean man who wanted to eliminate all the Palamists. The Sabinians think he's a hero. It's true. Look at what they did to us in Jova. Miss Haley was right. They all hate us. I want this to end. I want my mom and dad to tell me everything will be okay. I want to play with my baby brother in the treehouse. I want to go to school. I want things to go back to normal. I don't think they ever will. I hate them. They killed my mom and dad. They killed my baby brother. He was only 5. Miss Haley was right about them. They're not people. They're all murderers. Everyone I know is gone. They're with Setharus now, in the higher place. Uncle Jaffer talks about it in his sermons. It's where we go when we die. It's a place that has no memories. You only feel happiness. It's where my mom and dad, baby brother are. They're demons. They're here because of the Sabinians. They're friends with the demons. They don't attack them. See? They're friends with them.
I don't know how you managed to get here, and I don't care. I have my orders not to interfere with your operations. Just do me the same courtesy. That's all we need. A bunch of fucking outsiders roaming around our country. I strongly suggest you avoid my men. They have enough to worry about.
Is Victor gonna be okay?
I won't lay a hand on him. I'm just happy to see the smoke rise from the forge again. I have a long list of things that need his attention.
Who are you?
I'm Captain Vass, 6th Battalion, 3rd Company of the Asterian Armed Forces. I'm in charge here. Jova is part of Asteria now, so everything here belongs to the Sabinian cause. I'll follow my orders for now, but there's a limit. The way I see it, you're not bulletproof, and you're alone. I think we understand each other.
What's going on at the Abbey?
The Abbey is off limits, and it's under investigation. We believe these priests are spies and informants for the enemy. We'll get to the bottom of this very soon.
What happened here?
Justice happened here. If you think the Palamists aren't doing the same thing to us, you're a fucking idiot. Jova's part of Asteria's relocation program. We were gonna get everything ready for the migrating Sabinian families. That was before these damn creatures showed up.
What's going on with the priest?
And here I thought we had an understanding. That priest is an AAF problem. He's a goddamn spy, and they're insects. Look at what they did to that Sabinian family in the marsh. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the Palamists in the forest? Killing their women and children and sending their men to work camps? But they're not women. They're not children. And they certainly aren't men. When you have a cockroach problem in your home, you don't negotiate with the vermin to leave. You exterminate them. I don't know what they are, but I do know they aren't interested in the town. If they were, I wouldn't be standing here. I sent a scouting party to try to figure out what we're dealing with here, but they never came back. I've been observing them for quite some time. They have no discernible pattern, rules, or hierarchy. In fact, the only thing they seem interested in is that strange dome-like mass in the marsh. My guess is they came out of it. I'd order a salvo on the damn thing, but I don't want to kick the hornet's nest. We all missed swine. We need to step on their heads and hold them underwater. It's the greatest country on this spinning ball of ours. Well, if it wasn't for the Palamists bringing us down several notches. When we finally get rid of them, Hadia will rise like it once did under King Aster. He was by far our greatest monarch.
Painting their horrible deeds for all to see? It's the first thing we saw when we rolled into the marsh. We weren't gonna let that slide. No way. Palamists pulled similar shit in my village. It's the reason I enlisted.
Be wary, my son.
I found your niece. She's okay.
Thanks, Atheris. She was always brighter than the other kids. When we leave this place, and we will, I'll take her somewhere peaceful and quiet.
Wanna join me? There's plenty of booze to go around. Hey, you wanna hear a story? I got one for you. Our hero is hiding in the marsh like a scared, pitiful little shit. What is he doing, you ask? He's watching his family being hung by the people he once called friends. But then, he comes out of hiding to rescue them at the last second, right? No. Not this guy. He waits. He waits until the Asterian armed forces show up. What a brave bastard. You wanna know how it ends? Spoiler alert. He drinks himself to death.
You scared me. I thought the little one and I were done for. I'm Judith, and this little fella is Uli. I promised his mother I would care for him when the program came for her. I've been hiding down here ever since. The soldiers up there wouldn't hesitate to gun down a Palamist woman, especially one who cares for a Sabinian baby. I rationed his milk as long as possible, but ran out yesterday. Poor Uli is starving. I don't know how I can possibly get any more.
I still can't believe what happened. We were finally leaving Jova. This massive creature materialized ahead of us. Swatted the truck aside like a fly. Grabbed what we could. Slogged through the marsh. Creatures were everywhere. What the hell are they? I'm almost out of metformin. I'm a goner without those pills. Even if I wasn't stuck in a goddamn swamp, sourcing medication in a war-torn country is next to impossible.
How the hell did you find us? No, it doesn't matter. We were part of the peacekeeping mission assigned to Jova. When the order to pull out came in, I was so relieved. Our CO, Lieutenant Rue, convinced us to stay for a few days. I wanted out of this place so bad. And it didn't take much effort to convince the others to leave with me. And now we're stuck here. No way in hell I'm going back out there without support. I need a SATCOM radio to contact HQ. Damn it.
nothing for you here. Head to Jova, if you can.